Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com. Here with a recording that's been kicking around for a while. I've been hesitating to listen to it. Well, it's 2024, so it's not that old. It's Stravinsky, Symphonies, Symphony in 3 movements, Symphonies of wind instruments, and Symphony in C, featuring the Orquesta Sinfónica di Galicia under Dima Slobodeniouk. There we go. Yeah, Slobodeniouk. I think I got that. Wow, baby. It's only so-so. So what difference does it make? Honestly, one of the things I have always said is that greatness is its own justification. The reason to re-record something that's been done 100 million, billion, trillion, zillion times, especially something that isn't even, really popular. I mean, it's known and important, but really popular, is if it's going to be great. It's got to be great. Now, Stravinsky has had so much passionate advocacy by people who are amazingly well attuned to his idiom and who have delivered stunning recordings of these works. First of all, Stravinsky's own recordings are among the best that he ever made. For this stuff. Actually, it was kind of shocking, but he did a really good job with them. And Leonard Bernstein did them, and Michael Tilson Thomas, who is phenomenal, and Esa-Pekka Salonen, who is phenomenal, with truly the world's greatest orchestras. The Orquesta Sinfónica di Galicia is good. They're a good orchestra. Let's not mince any words about it. But are they one of the great orchestras? Hell no, absolutely not. The difference these days. Let me put this down. Let's talk tachlis here. Yeah. The difference these days between the really top orchestras and the less than top orchestras is not one of technique, mostly. Orchestras today are really, really good. Even smaller provincial ensembles, they can play just about anything, and they can do it well. The problem is timbral allure, observance of dynamics, little touches of sophistication here and there that make sometimes a lot of difference. And in these pieces, they do make a lot of difference because Stravinsky does not give his interpreters lots and lots of leeway. There's no way to do something with this music that's going to be like a revelation for its difference from all other performances. All you can do is play it as cleanly as possible, but while you're doing that, the clarinets, for example, in the Symphony in 3 movements, they have that ostinato like that. I mean, it could have a certain fruity and interesting quality of sound. Well, this doesn't. Those wonderful flashes of light at the beginning when the strings are going, the piano, that could have real bite, and the syncopations, the rhythms could be really unexpected. Well, here they're not. It's decent. It's decent, but it's not exciting, and it's all just slightly under tempo, I think, in the 2 symphonies, not in the Symphonies of wind instruments, by the way. The Symphony in C. It's the same thing. You've got the violins going cha 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 cha, and the oboe going do 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 do. It all depends on how elegantly you can phrase it and play it, because Stravinsky lets you, gives plenty of opportunities for that kind of interpretive mastery, for beauty of playing, shapeliness of phrase, all of those things, and it all sounds to me just slightly under accented, under tempo, underwhelming. I mean, it may not really be under tempo. It may just sound that way because it's not accented, right? The rhythms are just a little bit slackly held. These are tiny, tiny differences. But when you're dealing with pieces that have been stunningly recorded multiple times, if you're not going to be stunning, just don't waste anybody's time. Now, the Symphonies of wind instruments are a slightly separate case because it's, first of all, it's not full orchestra. Second of all, he does use the original version, which is nice. I mean, for those of you who care, the original version differs from the revised version only in 3 instruments. In the original version, Stravinsky uses a piccolo, And instead of 3 flutes in the revised version, 2 flutes in piccolo or alternating on piccolo, he uses an alto flute in the first version and not in the second. That's what the third flute is. He just makes it 3 flutes, no piccolo, no alto flute. And there's also an alto clarinet in F, which is kind of, it's an alto clarinet in F. It's like a basset horn. It's a little bit lower than a regular clarinet. Again, it's good. It's nice to have those instruments there. You don't really hear them. You don't really notice that much, but otherwise, it's a piece of music. Remember, it was written in memory of Debussy. Part of it was originally a separate work called Le Tombeau de Debussy, the chorale at the end. And Stravinsky leaves nothing to the interpreter. You just play it. And they do. I mean, they play it. They play it and it does its thing. It's far less complicated in that respect, or perhaps more experimental than the 2 symphonies. Even less interpretive leeway, and so it comes off best here. The sonics are terrific. I mean, it's bis. It's an SACD. It's got, all of the refinements of engineering for which that label is very well known. I just couldn't get excited about these performances, and I don't think you'll be able to too, because it's all a game of comparisons. So nice try, and let them do things that haven't been done a million times before, or something where they can really shine interpretively, that gives the conductor and the orchestra something different to do, where you can sit up and take notice and say, wow, this is really special, instead of just so-so. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.